Good morning, students. I welcome you all for the last day of your hands-on training session. Hope you have enjoyed the 4 days. Hope you have tried all the assignments which have given to you. And in this last day, we are going to discuss about how to connect a temperature sensor and how you are going to read the temperature sensor in a LCD display. This is what we are going to do. And this session will be followed by a submission demonstration of a mini project done by Shoban of second year of your class, second year E&I, and followed by you will have a Q&A session where you can get your doubts clarified. So over to the session. I'll start afresh. So what you're going to do is here, students. So here in this COVID-19 pandemic, so what they regularly they check up the temperature sensor, they check up the temperature of check up the temperature of the human body using a contactless temperature sensor. The contactless temperature sensors or the temperature sensors which makes use of the principle of IR, infrared detection, infrared emitting from the human body will be detected. That's how temperature is being sensed, and you can read the temperature directly in that instrument. So here we are going to develop a project where a temperature sensor can be connected. This is something like LM35 temperature sensor IC, which you have studied in your transducer engineering. Here we have TMP35 IC, where I'm going to connect this to the Arduino. This feeds the temperature input to the Arduino, and the same I'm going to display that in an LCD display. That's what we are going to do today. So for that, you can go for, you can take this sensor TMP36. So take this sensor. What is the type of output this analog sensor will give? This is an analog sensor, not an IC sensor. It's an analog sensor which gives an output of analog output. You could see here, these are the terminals. One is ground, and I'm connecting that to the ground. The another one is power. And this is analog output. Okay. So this is a temperature sensor. What we are going to read it? First, let us read it in a serial monitor. We'll just print the values in a serial monitor. Then the next part we'll do how to interface an LCD. Go to the code. Okay, it is already available. Okay, I have to take this. So what you have to do is, anyway, I'll delete this. You have to create one variable temperature. Okay. Then what you have to do is one type of input block we have not done. We'll go to that type input block, that is read the temperature sensor. You have a separate input block, read temperature sensor. Similarly, ultrasonic distance sensor, you have read temperature sensor will read that value. So read the temperature sensor. Already I have connected the temperature sensor to A0. If you want to change the value, you can do that also. A0 to A5 you can use it. So I'm reading the temperature sensor on pin A0. That units it is given to be degree Celsius. You can take it to be degree Fahrenheit. Okay, so degree Celsius or in degree Fahrenheit you can use it, right? Then I'm going to print to a serial monitor of this data. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this temperature value over here. So I'm going to create a variable temperature. Is already created. Then I'm going to make use of set temperature. Already the block is available. So set temperature to read temperature sensor. So that variable is being assigned to this temperature sensor value, and I am going to print it in a serial monitor. So go to print to serial monitor. I am going to print this value. What value I am going to print? I am going whatever the data I am reading from the whatever the temperature value I do it. I am going to print it. Okay, because it is already assigned. So I can print to serial monitor temperature the new line. Because temperature is they have already mapped this temperature sensor A0 to this temperature. So let's run this program. Go to the code. So can you see the serial monitor here, students? You could see serial monitor, and how to check the result. You just, if you keep your arrow inside this sensor, you could see the variation of the temperature. You can vary the temperature and you can read the value. So this starts from -40 to maximum I can read 125. So this temperature sensor is being calibrated from -40 is the maximum value, and the minimum value, minimum value is -40 degrees Celsius to 125 degrees Celsius. Okay, so this is one. This is the range with which this temperature sensor can measure the temperature. Okay, I'll stop stimulating simulation. We'll go to the Blockflex text. Let me tell you. There is one significant point over here. You could see here in this text programming, this is the temperature. The temperature variable which you have taken is being assigned with this value. This is -40. -40 is that minimum value. And this is the value which is something like for calibration, calibrating the temperature sensor, you have this equation. Okay, this temperature is equal to -40 plus this. You have to mark this. Just we'll make a copy of this and we'll take it in a notepad. I'll tell you what is the reason behind this, because we'll be using this in an LCD display. Fine. So this has been done. Okay, this is how you measure the temperature of the environment, and you measure the temperature of the environment, right? Next, how you're going to display this in an LCD display. That's the experiment we are going to do. So for this, you need to have what the LCD display, what type of display we are going to take. We are going to take 16:2 LCD display of JHD 162A, this type 16:2, where 16 represents the column and 2 represents the row. So these are the columns, and the horizontal line represents the rows. Okay, so you have to connect an Arduino, an LCD display to the Arduino. What are the pins involved? So you could see here, these are the 4 pins, four pins which deals with the digital data. 2, 3, 4, 5, and the 11th is the enable pin, and RS is a reset pin. You have to connect it this way. Similarly, BEE, you need to connect this to a potentiometer of 10K baud, and VSS is ground. BCC.
Ma'am, it's not visible, ma'am.
I have been shared. Sorry, ma'am. Just tell me.
Okay.
I forget always to share. Is it okay now? Ma, can you see this, ma?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay. But this is an LCD display, 16:2 LCD module of make JHD 162A. So these are the pins of this LCD module. You are going to interface this with the Arduino. So the Arduino pins, these pins are involved. Could you see here 2, 3, 4, 5 is being connected to DB4 to DB7. Similarly, 11 and 12. 11 is connected to enable pin. 12 is connected to reset pin. And VEE is connected to the pod. VCC connected to plus 5 volts and VSS to the ground. Similarly, a read-write signal is given to the ground. And an LED plus, that is that you would have seen LED plus is being given to one pod, one resistance, and an LED negative minus is being given to 16 ground. Okay, the 16th pin is being grounded. So this is the way with which you can connect an LCD display to a Arduino. Okay. Same thing, since it will take some time, I have already connected it. I'll show this to you. So here in this LCD display, we are not going to make use of the ready-made blocks. We are going to program it. Just a simple codes. So whatever I have given in that interface diagram of an LCD display, the same will be represented in this workspace. Okay. So can you see here? Here is your temperature sensor. I just enlarge it. Here is a temperature sensor, and these are the pins of the LCD display. Whatever is being given in that image, same likewise we have connected. This is 560 ohms, and you have a port here. You have connected it like this way. So this is how you have to make this connection. Actually, these questions or these assignments, I have done this on my own. These are the I attended a faculty development program conducted by NITTR Chandigarh, where what all the things I have learned, that's what I am sharing with you. I'm very happy to share this with you. And these are the projects which I have done it, and I have uploaded in the Google Drive as an assignment. This is how they assessed our skill development. Okay. So we have to connect it this way. And coming to the core, so these are the codes which is readily available in this LCD display. Liquid crystal being configured with these pins, because we are making use of 5, 11, 12, 11, 5, 4, 3, 2, as I have given in the JPEG image. These are the pins I am going to make use of. Then I am going to assign a variable temperature. Okay. And that temperature variable, whatever the value of the temperature which you have read that in that text, I'm going to copy it here. So I have copied this. So temperature is being, so rest all the others is being available when you make use of this LCD. Everything will be available. We need to write only these code. What variable you are going to assign, and what is that particular equation for that variable. Next, you have to write the print statement, lcd.print. Okay. So this void setup, this is the main loop, and pin mode A0 comma input F, because you are getting your temperature sensor is connected in pin A0. And this is set cursor. Set cursor is nothing but you are placing the cursor in column 4 and 0. You can change this and you can check this also. I'll run with this, I will change this and show how it will be. So LCD.cursor, it will place the cursor and it will print RMDVCV. Next, I'm reading the temperature value. I'm printing that value. This is what we are going to see. Yes, Chief. Okay. So if you change this variable, just keep it here. You change the temperature sensor. Say it reads from -40 to 125 degrees Celsius. Everything is in Celsius. So the position where this is being displayed, that is being set by the cursor. So I have given 0. It starts from column 0. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5. Okay, column 5 and row 0. So that's what in the code you could see here. Okay. 4 set cursor to 4 and this is 0. Likewise, you can change the position. This you are placing the cursor. This is row 0 and this is row 1. That's all. You can change the values and you can check how it will display. Any doubts, students? Any doubts so far? And whatever the predefined values you have to do is, say for example, temperature sensor, the resistance is given to be 250K, use same thing value. And similarly, 220 volts. You can change it and you can check this. Okay. So with this, I hope everyone has understood and taken up the things about the functioning of the sensors which we have explained using the Arduino. And now I'll share the screen to, we'll have a project display session. Will be done by Shobhan. I'll share the screen to Shobhan. Shobhan, are you ready, ma?
Yes, ma'am. I'm ready.
And it will be quite good if you turn on your camera also. Okay.
Yeah, I'll do.
Because you know you're going to upload it in our channel. It will be quite good that you have done it.
Okay.
You can share it now.
Okay, ma'am. Just a minute. So yeah, guys, is it visible now?
Yes. Visible.
Yes,
Go
ma'am.
ahead.
So what we are going to practice today is how to construct a small miniature piano using the Arduino. So what we have is, so what is our components? Wait a minute. The components list is, we will need an Arduino UNO, then 7 push buttons, 8 1 kilo ohm resistors, and 1 piezo which acts as a buzzer. So getting into the circuit. So first what we are going to place is, we are going to place the Arduino and we are going to rotate it in our convenience. And then we take what is this? A breadboard, and we are going to place 7 distinct push buttons to make the sounds. And moving on, what we are going to do next is, we are going to make the connections. In one end of the push button, that is in terminal 1, we are going to positive it. We are going to, before that, what we are going to do is, we are going to make the basic breadboard connection of the Arduino and the breadboard by giving the 5 volt, which is the positive to the positive of the breadboard, and negative to the, and ground to the negative of the breadboard. And similarly, what we have done here is, we have given this positive to give the supply over this board, and negative to here for the supply over here. So next what we have done is, for each push buttons, we have given the first terminal to the positive, which gives the power to the push button. In each push buttons, you can see that in the gray color. So this wire, and so on. Sorry. So that is the thing that's there. So 1 2 3 4, 5, 6, and 7. So 7 push buttons is connected to the positive. And next, what we are going to do is we are going to take the signals from this push button. So I have connected the another terminal of the push button to the digital pins of the Arduino. So you can see that each and every pin is connected, and I have also connected the resistor from the same end to the ground of the breadboard. So at last, what we are going to use is a buzzer, which is going to produce the sound. So I'm going to pin this buzzer. So I have pinned it. You can see it, and I have given the positive terminal of the buzzer to the signal, and the negative is grounded using a resistor. And now let's see the code. Yeah, in this code, each push button corresponds to a if block, and hence we have 7 if blocks over here. So in that if block, you can see the math operation of read digital pin 3 equals to 1. So in this first if block corresponds to this push button. Okay. In this push button, for what we are going to do is read digital pin of 3. So this digital pin 3 is being read over here. If it equals to 1, then what I'm going to do is play speaker on. So the speaker is set in pin 2, and each push button is corresponding to a single digital output pin here. So the third pin, when the third pin is 1, the second pin should play the tone. So how have I decided the tone is using the frequency table that ma'am displayed earlier. Wait a minute, let me show that too. So is the file visible? Can you see the photo of the frequency table? Excuse me?
In Ma, what Ma?
Is the file visible, ma'am? The frequency table file?
Frequency? No, it's not visible. No, just
Wait a minute.
you just go to block plus text. Then show that. That's fine.
Okay, okay.
And play
Okay.
it. Actually, we have just 5 minutes more, Shubhan.
Okay, okay, ma'am. So in this block plus text, you can see that if I change this tone number, then if I'm going to change it to 60, you can see that the hertz is 523. So I don't need that for the sound saw. I need somewhere around. Wait a minute. I need around 250. So if I print 47, it comes near to 250. Similarly, I've coded all the 7 notes with the same using the frequency graph. So that's it. The rest of the things are just the same. Moving forward, we should change the digital pin number. The first one should be third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, and eighth and ninth. According to the circuit, you can change it however you want it. Now going on to the simulation. If I start the simulation,
Uh,
I hope you heard the sound. Did it come?
Students, have you seen that? Very nice. Excellent job, Shobhan. You have done a great work. I
Thank
could
you,
be
ma'am.
able to hear it. What about others?
Yes,
Others?
ma'am, we could hear it. Ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, good. Good job.
Actually, it's a bit hazy today. Yesterday it was fine. I think I've made some mistakes.
no,
If you
no.
do it,
Uh,
if you do it on your own, I think it will come good.
you have to press that in sequence. It happens like that only. Okay, you have to
Yes,
press
ma'am,
that
yeah.
in sequence. And whenever you take you keep the mouse pointer, something it will be distorted. That's not an issue, but you have make the try. This is what I want from your student side. Whatever I have taught you, I have spent a lot of time for you, and you have made it useful for you. This is how I expect from your students, right? And at the last, I would like to thank you all for this. I would like to thank the management team and our principal sir, dean research sir, dean academic sir, for giving me an opportunity to to teach my students about whatever I have learned. Thank you so much. Now, I request all of you, because some of you have not come in, that has not seen taken the snapshot. Now, I request all of you, please turn on the camera immediately and take a simple snapshot, so that I don't want to miss anybody here. Please.
Ma'am, can I stop the screen sharing?
Yeah, please do that.
Yeah.
Okay. Others, please
Yes,
switch on, Noma. Make it fast, no? Make it fast, make it fast. Go ahead, go ahead. Keep just 4 minutes more, because I don't want to miss any of anyone. Ruby, Abhirami, make it fast, na? 4 minutes more. Rajsharan, good. Rajsharan, it's okay. Rushil, Mugilan, we know all have lot of problems at home. It's okay. Mugilan, make it fast, because I'm going to publish it in our channel. Okay. Thank you all. Okay, Ben. One more and take on print screen. Okay, thank you all students. Have a nice day. We'll catch up in the next training session. Thank you all. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.